Like, you passed through the academy. How did you get here?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, I started off like most people, like small town Indiana, didn't really have like a position in my school in a sense. I didn't feel like I belonged. It was kind of one of those big schools where you have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way to be accepted. So when it comes to emotionally, my path to the academy was just about. I don't know. It's a hard question, Sushi. Oh,
I won't put that in.
thank you. But I mean, it was an easy path for me because it gave me a new opportunity to explore not only an amazing academic curriculum, but just to meet all sorts of new people from this tiny state.
Did you face any opposition on your path?
Yeah, I did. I was really blessed because my family was totally gung ho for this, but my school wasn't at all. I would try getting recommendations from principals, and my principal threw my recommendation out, and so I had to re-give it to him. And then my French teacher actually, I gave her one of my recommendations, and in front of the entire class, she basically, excuse my language, she bitched me out. She said that I would lose respect for my family, I would lose respect for my friends, I wouldn't be accepted back into my home if I left my school. And I cried in front of that class. And I had a lot of problems with not only teachers and my school, but my friends as well, because they thought I was abandoning them or that they thought I was better than they were. And I never ever would think that. But yeah, it was hard, but it was definitely a good.
Wow, that's intense.
Right?
I mean, in front of the entire class.
In front of the entire class, but she's retired now and she wears too many ponchos, so karma came back into her.
Did you have any doubts about coming to the academy?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And how has attending the academy affected your life at home?
It's made my life at home a lot better, actually. I mean, I have a really, really strong relationship with my parents, and I think it's because of the academy that it's become a lot stronger. Like, both my parents are very educational, and my dad is one of the smartest people I know. And when I was like a freshman and sophomore, whenever I had discussions with him, I felt like they weren't in-depth discussions. They were just kind of surface and kind of shallow.
Mm-hmm.
But now, after coming to the academy and learning, good discussion-based and like really getting into the topics, I can go home and have a nice academic conversation with my dad. Like, I know it sounds really dorky and cheesy, but I appreciate it so much more, and so does my dad. Like, he's told me multiple times, like, you become such a stronger person and stuff like that. And then with my mom, my mom and I, we used to fight constantly because when I was a freshman, because I was just being a dumb teenage girl. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you spilled soap on my shirt, whatever, stuff like that. But now we just like cherish every single time we get to go home. We cherish every single day together. And then my sister is my favorite person in the entire world. So we spend one day overextended, just the two of us.
That's awesome. And how has it changed your relationship with your friends?
It made me really realize who my true friends were at home, because those were the friends, if I called because I needed help, they would answer me. So it definitely decreased the number of friends I had, but it made it to an amount where I can really cherish them as my good friends. I'm down to 3 or 4 really, really strong girls who are like sisters to me now. And it's made my relationship better with them, I think. I mean, yeah, I can't see them every day, but whenever I'm home, we just pick back up where we were.
That's awesome. Like, that's pretty much the best you can hope for.
Exactly.
What aspect of living at the academy has been most influential?
Most influential? Oh, brother.
You can name a few if you want.
Okay. I think living on a college campus. That was really influential because, we're getting ready to go to college, and you're starting to see the life of a college student, but not too much of it. So that was good. And then living with a bunch of people, too. I mean, I'm used to just having me and my sister in our house, but now you have like 300 people in this one building. So it definitely helps you with, your confidence, responsibility, getting along with people. change, not really like changing, yeah, changing yourself to adapt to the situation that you're in. So, I don't know, just the people and the location, really.
So was there anything about the academy that surprised you that you wished you had known beforehand?
um, what did you choked up? Oh, sorry. I think how much of an effect this place will have on you, because they always, whenever you're talking about the academy with someone, they just say, "Oh, it's such a great academic point of view, and you're gonna meet so many people, and stuff." But and you're gonna live here, but it has. Not only does it take a toll on you, but it adds so much to your character as well. You come in one person, but then you leave a completely different person, and it makes you change the way you think, the way you process, the way you evaluate not only academics but people in general and situations that you're in. So it's not just a school; it's more than that. It really is a community, like they always say.
Right. What do you think causes that change?
I think a big part is, of course, us living here, and then also how our teachers and our faculty treat us. Yeah, they treat us like students, but not like typical high school students. They give us a lot more credit, which is really nice because we're the smartest kids Indiana has to offer. Let's be serious here. There's so many smart kids in the school, so teachers don't treat us like, no, let's do our 1+1s all over again. They really challenge us, and they want us to succeed, and they make us think in a whole new way that no other teacher has ever thought to explore. Right?
I love it.
I know. Please.
We kind of touched on this earlier, but how does the social life at the academy compare to your old school?
Oh, so much better.
As Sarah throws a towel.
I was like, I'm going to start talking about you. But, my social life here is so much better. I mean, at my old school, I feel like you could have friends, but, like, those are friends with, like, quotation marks around it, because a lot of the friendships I had at my old school felt really superficial, because you would, you just talk about the most random, stupidest stuff in the entire world. But here, everyone is just so nice to you. And they really care. And, if you're having a bad day, you can find someone to talk to. And this is going to sound completely cheesy, but I've made my best friends here. I know, I'm going to start crying soon. But I know that there's going to be, a set group of girls and guys that I'm going to cherish in my heart forever. Because, they're like my sisters and my brothers. And, I would kill for them. So pretty much. Yeah, you, Reese. Don't give me that look of Cheetos in your towel. But the social life here is so much better. She's going to spit. Don't puke. The orange Cheeto flavor. Sorry.
That's getting cut out.
But yeah, it's the best social experience you'll ever get.
Was there any point in time where you wanted to leave?
Yeah. I think once, but then again, I was having a lot of personal family problems. And one really bad part is that I'm so far away from home. And I couldn't get home when I needed to. So, I was just doing, if I could leave this place, then I could be home and I could help my family with this problem and stuff like that. But, that was 1 week. And I think everyone has that 1 week where they're just get me out of here. But after that, in the overall, I would never, ever leave this place.
Right.
Never.
So, what specifically made you want to come back?
For senior year?
For senior year.
I mean, okay, this is going to sound really shallow, but just to say I graduated from the academy, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I went through the whole 2 years. We went through Hell Week, tornado drills, everything. But
Elliott Commons.
Yeah, Elliott Commons. We've been through everything, and I want that diploma from the academy. Mm-hmm. That is going to be the best day of my life. Besides that, the academics. Like, I can't get academics like this at my home school. Like, I just can't. And like I said before, socially, I have people who are like my sisters and brothers here. If I left the school, chances are I would never see them again. I mean, we tried, but it just wouldn't work. So it was just an easy decision for me to come back. Yeah.
So, what made you decide to be a PA?
I didn't ask that. I think a PA last year really helped me make my decision this year because she was such an amazing person and she was a great PA and she really cared about not only her custodials but you know who I'm talking about, and like she cared about everyone. And I was like, if I'm chosen for a PA, I want to have that same attitude. I want to be a good leadership role in this academy. I want to take care of my custodials. I want to help any junior available. I want to be the bridge between seniors and juniors. I want to help the SLCs out whenever I can. And personally, I think that being a PA, I remember back then, like, being a PA would be, like, the best opportunity I could have here. Because it really lets you explore, like, not only the student aspect, but other parts to it as well. Mm-hmm. But I love being a PA.
What's the biggest challenge you faced being a PA?
I think having to put all your biased ideas aside, because, like, this might sound really shallow, but, like, when you hear a situation, you think of, like, oh, this is how I as a person would respond. But you can't do that. You have to think of what's best for that person, also what's best for the academy. So you have to you sometimes have to put your own feelings and your own bias aside when it comes to certain problems and make sure it focuses the best around that person that you can. So that's hard sometimes. And then you can't say certain things about the academy. Like, if you're just in a bad mood, you're like, oh, the academy sucks. Like, you can't just do that. Like, run around yelling that. Because you're supposed to be, like, a positive role model for this place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just learning how to control your mouth, I think, is a really important one, too.
Right. How do you think that having been at the academy will affect your future?
Positively. Absolutely positively. For college, I'm gonna kick butt living in dorms. Classes, we can do that easily. We had academy. We had Stewart. We have all that. Good. We're good. Come on. But yeah, I mean, the academy teaches you life lessons that you wouldn't get at any other high school. And these are life lessons that pertain to your future. So, I mean, I don't see any negative from the academy when it comes to my future.
What do you think has been one of your best experiences at this place?
Probably just, like, the friendships you build and the random sleepovers in Sarah Reason's room. Or, the random dances that we have. Just the bonding experience, sitting in the lounge with people playing euchre or playing what's that game? Big Booty, Just those random It's a game!
It is.
Just those random fun experiences that you have with your friends. Those are the best. Right. Yeah, you're playing it now. You don't dance like that.
You can't play on your own, though. I mean, come on.
I have a big booty.
Forever alone. Alright, well, thanks for doing this. This is awesome.
I'm eating my pretzels now.